Welcome our Torah Anytime viewers and supporters. Welcome you to our daily Zohar. Patach, he opened and said, Rabbi Yosef said, Ki Hashem ohev mishpat ve'lo ya'azov et chasidav le'olam nishmor. Hakadosh Baruch Hu says, he loves mishpat. Mishpat is judgment. Ve'lo ya'azov et chasidav, and he would never leave what we call chasid. Chasid is those pious among us, those who seek closeness to him. Le'olam nishmor, they're going to have eternal protection. So Rabbi Yossi said, Mikra zeh, this pasuk was referring to Avraham Avinu. Ve'al ken et chasidav. V'ktuv chasido, and it says chasido, bilshon yachid, as a singular. So therefore, chasidav, which is plural, chasido, is one. One refers to Avraham Avinu. And it's already explained. We explained in a different place. Why is Avraham called Chasid? Come and see. Anywhere in which the Chasidim would walk, anywhere that they would be, Shomer otam Hakadosh Baruch Hu ve'eino ozev otam. Hakadosh Baruch Hu is their protector, and he does not leave him alone. Sometimes you could have a bodyguard, so-called a protector, and he would leave you. And what good is this protection if he's not also near you? He will never leave you alone. He's always there for you. And it says in Tehillim, Gam ki elech begetz al mavet, if I walk in the valley of death, lo yirara, would not be afraid, ki ata imadi, and because you are with me. Ki bechol makom she'at tzaddikim ulchim, anywhere in which the tzaddikim walk, or they go by, hashchina, the divine presence, holechet imahem ve'inam ozevet otam. There is a special protection. You're never alone. You're always going to have a divine intervention and protection and presence around you if you're a tzaddik. And it is similar to, for example, when we have X amount of people learning together, Shekhinah comes. Two people learning, Shekhinah comes. Even if one person learns alone, the Shekhinah comes. There is a special, what we call Shekhinah, which is divine presence that comes here. That's not just like to make you holy, but also refers to you as a certain protection around you. That by itself is a boost that helps you do many other things and concentrate you more on what you do, rather than to be interrupted all the time by Yetzer Hara, or the Sitra Achara, the evil inclination, and so on and so forth. Yosef halach begetz al mavet. Yosef walked in the valley of death. He put him on a convoy, on the perfume road, going down Egypt. V'oridiu leMitzrayim. And the Shekhinah hayta imo. And the Shekhinah also went with him. When a person is not in the presence of Hashem, this is one of the manifestation of karet. It means you're on your own. You cut off on the branch. You cut off. So Yosef, he went to Galut, went to exile. Shekhinah went with him. So is Am Yisrael, by the way. Even though we are in Galut, Shekhinah is together with us in Galut. A part of the Shekhinah stays also, Me'olam Lazar Shekhinat Kotel HaMaravi, it's still in the Western Wall, but it's with us here in Galut. Without getting into political arguments, that's why you should or you should not leave before the time, after the time. It's not our segment right now, but the Shekhinah is here. V'zeu shekatuv v'yi Hashem et Yosef, and Hashem was with Yosef. Umishum she'ayta imo Shekhinah, since Shekhinah was with him, kol ma shaya oseh haya matzliach beyado. Everything that he did was blessed. Everything that he turned, he became successful. Everything. ואפילו אם כבר היה בידו, even if it was in a hand, that was also became blessed. What does it mean? We'll see in a second. In other words, you could be successful, but a part of that also refers to the fact that you would need to acknowledge that the hatzlacha, your success, is really comes from above. Once you're going to say it's all me, kochi ve'otzem yadi, goes away. As they say in the Western, this town is not big enough for the two of us. Okay? When you put yourself in, it's me, I did it, it goes away. And I know I sound like a broken record, I keep telling all the time. Try it. Try it. And you'll see that it's going to be true. Try it. Hand your life over to Hashem. Give Him the keys. Say, listen, you're the master. I'm just the vessel. Show me what you want. I try to do my best. And go with it. I know what you want from me. I learn. I'll fix myself. I'll fix my midot. Try it. You see what happens. Don't get scared. And it says, "V'darash mimeno be'ofen acher mima she'haya." Even if it was him and he asked something else, he asked for one thing and then it turned out to be, he said, no, I don't want this. I want something else. If it would change it, his master would change it. Haya mitapech beyado. Immediately it would turn into exactly what he wanted. It was an amazing, like a miraculous thing. K'mo shekatuv, vayar adonav, etc. And his master saw him, right? Which was Potiphar. Amar vayar adonav ki Hashem ito, v'chal asher hu oseh Hashem matzliach beyado. And everything that he does, Hashem, even his master, even Potiphar, saw that the success of Yosef was something out of the ordinary. So that's probably his God is doing that. It's unexplainable. Come and see, the Zohar says, Vayeda Adonav ki Hashem ito. His master saw that our God, Hashem, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, is with him. לא כתוב, אלא וירא אדוניו ללמד, to teach us, שהיה רואה בעיניו כל יום מעשה ניסים שהקדוש ברוך הוא עושה בידו. Every single day he would see miracles out in the open that would happen to him as well. ועל כן ויברך השם את בית המצרי בגלל יוסף. And because of that, Hashem blessed the house of Potiphar because of Yosef. So the miracles did not happen only to Yosef. It happened to Potiphar and everybody in him, in his house, because of Yosef. They became super successful. All of a sudden, everybody's like supercharged here. And it's like, it's crazy what's going on. They knew it's because of Yosef. Hakadosh Baruch Hu shomer et tzaddikim. Has a special protection for the tzaddikim. Ubishvilam shomer gam et hareshaim. And because of them, the wicked ones also have a protection. When Hakadosh Baruch Hu gives protection, the tzaddik is here, everybody around him enjoys from that. It's like a secure perimeter, right? You make you designate a perimeter. Where's the tzaddik? The tzaddik is in this town. Right away, the whole entire town benefits from him. Everybody, good or bad. Why? Because of the Shekhinah that comes about, the extra holiness, that by itself brings a tremendous success. Why? Because of that tzaddik. Because of that person. You go to places, you could determine the level of righteousness of people many times based on their success or not. Many times, how do they treat those who are machzik Torah? Their success will be determined how much they appreciate and willing to do for freedom of Torah, for allowing us to do what we need to do. That will determine the success of the place. Places they don't would fail. And you cannot measure this with the eye of a human that is, X amount of years at best. You need to look at a long period, go back and look at what happened. All these places that allow us, instead of oppressing us, they were successful. Those who oppressed us suffered. The Jews left certain countries, whether it was Spain, whether it was Turkey, whether it was Germany. All the places that the Jews were allowed to learn in somewhat freedom, not even freedom, somewhat freedom, the place became successful. Spain, until the Jews left, was a super empire. As the Jews left, it was the wave after that, but it was a complete decline until Spain today is like almost like Greece. You want to talk about Greece? Talk about Greece. You want to talk about Rome? Talk about Rome. You want to talk about Turkey? Turkey ruled the world. From Morocco to Yemen up to Vienna. They were the outskirts of Vienna. It's an amazing kingdom. Why? They allowed the Jews to come in. They treat them one way or another, so on and so forth. The Jews left. Turkey is Turkey today. It's about a Turkey. Any place like this. Any place. You want to talk about South America? Same place. Places that allowed Jews to come in were prosperous. They were bad. The Jews left. Place went down. I'm not talking to you about here miracles. I'm talking about facts. These are facts. Russia, the same thing. And the wicked one will benefit because the tzaddik benefits. That's the way it is. Ke'en ze katuv, on that fashion, Vayevarech Hashem et bet oved Edom, and so on and so forth, right? And ve'atzadikim acherim mitvachim b'shvilam. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. Even, what's his name? Lavan. Yaakov was there. He was a wealthy guy. But when Yaakov came to him, he did he did pretty good. He did well for himself. So, many times, there are tzaddikim and there are tzaddikim, right? But we are talking about the cases here where the influence, what's the influence of a tzaddik to his environment? And Yosef nitbarach ribono b'shvilo. His master was blessed because of Yosef. V'hu atzmo lo yachal yinatzel meno b'zchuto. Yosef himself could not benefit from that zchut himself. That's what happens to many tzaddikim. They come in, a lot of good comes, that's again, one of the explanations of tzaddik veralo, rasha v'tovlo, and so on and so on. Many times rasha and tovlo is not because he's doing so well, it's because the tzaddik among him, yet the tzaddik many times himself cannot benefit from that himself, but it's more what he contributes to the area, to the society or environment around him. So Yosef could not have be saved and to become free because of his so-called his own merit. And after that, they put him in jail. As it says, Inu bechevel raglo barzel ba'a nafsho. The torture in ropes his legs, and with iron his soul. Ad shelachar ken, until the time came, and Hakadosh Baruch Hu hotziyo lechirut. You cannot do it on your own. Hakadosh Baruch Hu needs to do it. Vehishlito al kol eretz Mitzrayim, and made him the ruler, the supreme ruler on Eretz Mitzrayim. Again, Egypt, the Jews were there, became the empire. The Jews left. It took time. Everything is a process. It's not going to happen immediately. It took time. But Egypt is Egypt today. It's not Egypt. ועל כן כתוב, ולא יעזוב חסידיו לעולם נשמעו. He would never leave his chasidim, his righteous one, the pious among them, those who seek closeness to him. They're going to have eternal protection. In other words, when Hakadosh Baruch Hu see it fit and it's the right time, then he will pull you out. You cannot measure, expect, or demand things to be done according to your schedule or according to when you think or see it fit. Hakadosh Baruch Hu has his time. That's one of the concepts where we says, don't hasten the Yeshua. The Yeshua will come on its time. As Hakadosh Baruch Hu says, Be'ita achishena. When it's the right time, it will come fast. Until then, you're not going to do anything. You cannot make the process faster. You cannot petition the Lord, as they say. Oh, I'm going to make it faster. You can't. You got to do what you got to do. He's got to do what he's got to do. In other words, you have to have very well-defined boundaries between your obligation and what God has told you. He told you He will. If you're going to try to hasten things according to your schedule, you don't believe that He really gives you a protection. Because you want it now according to your terms. If you understand that He's the King, He rules, He promised you He will never leave you, so He will never leave you. But you can't go on and do it on your own because then you don't believe in that. Guess what happens? You don't believe in that? Well, you're on your own, buddy. You're on your own. Either you believe or you don't believe. And it says, Hakadosh Baruch Hu megen al tzaddikim ba'olam hazeh. He protects the righteous ones in this world, u'va'olam haba. Both in this world and in the world to come. It says in Sefer Tehillim, Vayismechu kol chosebach le'olam. And rejoice all those who hover around you, will seek shelter around you forever, le'olam, eternally. Yiranenu v'tesech aleimu v'yalsu becha ohavei shemecha. They're going to sing, they're going to praise you. And by doing so, you're going to put on us a protection. You yourself going to hover on us, and we're going to rejoice by you. Who? Ohavei shemecha. Those who love your name. In other words, those who really love God. And as we said many times, you can't love if you don't appreciate. In other words, the first step of you becoming a righteous person, to love God and to understand, is you have to start appreciating what He does for you. Acknowledge He's doing, appreciate it, and that's your first step. Be'ezrat Hashem, we should all have great appreciation to Hakadosh Baruch Hu. And we should have great appreciation to anybody who does anything for us. By doing so, we can be mekayem ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha. If we would appreciate each other, we'll be able to be mekayem ve'ahava ish lere'ehu ve'ahavta lere'acha kamocha. And b'zchut zeh, b'zchut Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the Yeshua is going to come on its time fast.